Punta Gorda, Florida Today interview with Tayzer on December 1st, 2011. Name and occupation?
David Shad, I play the bass guitar.
Name and occupation, please?
Jack Michael, and I play lead guitar.
Name and occupation?
Anthony Hamel, I'm the lead vocalist.
Name and occupation?
Dalton Reeve, drums.
Where does the name Tayzer come from?
My papa thought of the name because we really weren't looking for a specific name, so we kind of tried to find a name that sounded cool and wasn't taken. So we thought of Tayzer, so we just took that.
Fits the bill for you guys.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Who and what got you into playing music growing up?
Me, my dad played guitar, and I didn't really get to see him much, but every time that I did get to see him, he'd play, and, teach me a little bit of stuff. But band influences, my influence has always been the White Stripes. Jack White, great guitar player.
He's a fantastic guitar player. And how about you, Jack?
Well, my dad, the same thing he said, my dad always played, so I always wanted to play because he did. So he taught me some stuff, and then I just took it and ran with it.
Nice. And what about influences, artists that... was there any artists or just your father that got you really wanted to play?
Just my dad.
Just your dad? That's not a bad way.
My dad and Randy Rhoads.
Randy Rhoads? Alright, nice. How about you, Anthony?
Influences or what?
Yeah, vocalist,
well, actually, for
family.
For years, I've been like one of those closet people, like shy-ish, and I couldn't find any bands that took music seriously enough. And now I have these three. Found them, and now I have that.
So touching.
So touching.
So you never sang before, really?
No, not really.
And you just started hanging out with them, and they kind of helped you to fall into the place you're at now?
Pretty much.
Like
Nice.
you've always been singing. Like you said, you've always been singing.
And how about you, Dalton?
Nothing really made me start. In 6th grade, I just randomly asked for drum lessons.
Mm-hmm.
Then as an influence, like as a single person, it would be Tommy Aldridge.
That was me.
And Aerosmith for me.
And then as a band, my favorite band is Megadeth. And I listen to
Megadeth?
a lot of their stuff.
Nice. How did you guys all meet?
Well, me and Dalton, we've known each other since like 1st grade.
Mm-hmm.
We've been best friends.
I met these guys, my cousin Sean Bryan, he was the assistant manager up at Corky's, and he had booked these guys in there one night, and I realized they didn't have a bassist, and needless to say, I wanted in, so my cousin Sean got me the gig.
Nice. How about you, Anthony? Just from school?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Nice. Where did you begin practicing together, and when?
Right here.
Right here?
Like 5 months ago, maybe.
Good in view.
That's it? You've only been together for 5 months?
Yeah, something like that. Yep.
So you guys got a lot accomplished in that short amount of time.
We really did. When you think about it, we've had a lot of gigs, just great shows, and met good people, That's what it's all about, I guess.
A lot of bands take a long time to achieve what you did. Currently, what does the practice regimen consist of, and how much do you practice per week?
We practice from around 2 to like 5:30 every Tuesday and Thursday.
Just twice a week?
Yeah, Tuesday and Thursdays. Yeah, usually.
And sometimes if we feel that we need it
more, we practice again on
On the
Friday.
weekends?
Yeah.
Friday night?
Probably, because we usually gig on the weekends. So.
Alright, Saturdays primarily?
Saturdays usually, yeah.
What and who are your influences and who inspires you musically? Anybody else besides what we already established in the prior question beforehand?
Dalton
Dalton?
or David.
Tim Comerford for me, from Audio Slave, bassist from Audio Slave, that guy is just insane.
He's awesome.
Tight,
And
heavy
formerly
sound.
Rage Against the
Yeah,
Machine.
formerly Rage, but now he's with Audio Slave, so that's what I'm kicking.
Is there any influences outside of music that add to your music at all? As far as songwriting, lyrically?
No, I've
not
always
really?
just wrote songs, just how I write them. Not,
Comes to you.
yeah, it just comes right to me.
Just channels into you?
That's the beautiful thing about it. It just channels right there.
Could you tell us a little about the original song Danger Danger in terms of what inspired the lyrics and then instrumentals like the guitar work, bass lines, percussion?
We all really pretty much work as a team. Everyone puts their own little thing into it, and we just put it all together.
nice mix.
Lyrics make, vocals make lyrics, guitar, he shreds that up, he puts that in there, the bass and the drums, everything. We work as a team, everything goes together.
First thing is I make a guitar riff kind of to it, so I work for a while to find the perfect one, We go through a lot of them just to find one good one, and we take the riff, make a couple of them, and I put into a song. After I do that, he writes words to how the song would, how he wants to
Whatever
sing
he's
it.
feeling, kind of from what you're
We'll
writing.
both usually work together on that, and then he'll put his own bass to it, and then Dalton's the second one to put stuff into the song 'cause he's a drummer.
And then
Gotcha.
we see how it turns out.
Yeah.
It turns out pretty dang good too.
And is it the same process with Resurgence as well?
Resurgence actually started as I started playing this riff, and it was way fast, and then Jack started playing it with me, and then we slowed it down. We added some pauses in the beginning, and it just
That song
this guy wrote
really
the lyrics.
kind of was about us wanting
we're
to
doing-
bring back 80s music. and
Bring
just
that back.
Resurgence, it means to bring something back. In our case, it's bringing back the 80s.
Kind of get away from what music's.
Originally, I
into
wanted
now.
that to be the band name, so I looked it up in a different language or whatever, and it was Renovamen, something like that. Then we just went with Tayzer anyways, but then these two wrote a song for it, and that was our first one.
That was your first original song that you were in.
First,
Resurgence.
And did you do that how long after since the 5 months that you've been right away or a couple months?
As soon
It
as
actually
I,
took
as soon
about
as
a
I got
month.
in the band,
It's like a month.
it was a month after I had
A
joined
couple
the
weeks,
band.
maybe a month. Yeah,
Really?
We just started getting originals.
It was about 2 weeks.
So you pretty much just fit your part right in there.
Yeah, I jumped in there, boom. All right, I'm in. Thank
What about Danger Danger? How long ago was that written?
Not too long ago.
A couple months ago.
Because I know you played it at Lashley Park
Maybe
for the Halloween.
2 months ago.
We
Festival.
played it on top of the Wyvern.
Yeah, you did. That's right. I forgot
So
about
that
that.
was almost 3 months ago.
Oh, so yeah, I guess it's been months.
That's
Not
one
really,
of our
3 months ago,
songs-
maybe 3 months.
That's probably one of our songs that we
enjoyed.
probably enjoy and prefer.
I really
And
look
take a
forward
lot.
to that song when we go up and play. That's the best song.
It's a good feeling.
Good stuff.
Is there any direction as far as songwriting that you would like to branch out into, or kind of stay in the theme of what the '80s kind of brought into music?
Pretty much.
Yeah, I mean,
But
like,
all in your own way,
I
of course.
say
But
that
yeah.
we're going to stick to the 80s sound, but we're going to put our own,
Yeah.
tone into it. Our
Oh, yeah.
modern
Because you're not a
sound.
copycat band. That's
Exactly.
obvious from
no,
what you
there's
guys
too
have.
many bands.
And I didn't mean to
like
imply
out
that.
there.
No, definitely no.
But that's the feeling that you're kind of going for, right?
80s, yeah, there's not really a lot more bands out there anyways like that.
No, there's
We're
not.
kids,
15 years old.
music
this
is
guy.
really crashing badly.
This guy
for
too.
It's a lot of
people think-
repetition.
People think that, I mean,
It's
So-
true. They think that for a reason, though.
so we're going to try to give,
It's a lot of fads,
I guess
Fads come
everyone
for a
has a
couple
story,
years
you
and
know?
then they fall out, and then something new comes along.
Perfectly said.
Individually, what state of mind produces your best work for writing and performing? Do you like to practice?
Practice,
Enthusiastic.
keeping at it, and just trying to get us better. I mean, as best as we possibly can.
So you want to go up to the stage and just perform. You don't really bring anything onto the stage when you guys go out there. Anything that happened during the day or anything that's been coming after
When
you
we get on
in life.
stage,
All our
it's-
feeling goes into our music.
Yeah, it's like another persona.
So you
basically.
just flip the switch
It's like
basically.
we go
when you're
from
on stage.
a regular world, and when we're together and we got our instruments, mics, everything, we're completely different. Once
no matter how we're
goes on,
feeling, we
we're
have
in
to
there.
put something good
Yeah,
on
I
stage.
mean,
Even if we're mad.
Even if we
have
had
to-
the worst possible day in the world, we'll be happy once it comes to music.
It's like people use, like drugs and stuff to escape reality. I use music as an
Yeah.
escape. That's my escape.
It's a positive outlet
Exactly.
too,
It's positive. There's
Congratulations
negativity
on
about it.
finding
High
it.
on music.
It's the stuff right there.
Are you guys hard on yourselves as far as writing original material? Do you scrap a lot of material that doesn't meet your standards when writing
Yes.
original work?
All
Yeah.
Me, I've shredded like a lot of my songs. I write something, I don't think it's good enough, and I'll shred it, and I'll write another one. And
You should hold on to it though, because
I do,
you
I
might
have-
find some, you might find little bits and pieces of it that might later on. It's like a lot of writers do that, and they
Yeah,
don't.
no, I
They
just-
also they'll realize that something they wrote, 6 months ago that they thought was garbage it ends up fitting perfectly into something later
Like
on.
something
So.
that he came up with, and I thought it was like one of the most like amazing things I've ever heard, and he'll be like, nope, it's not good enough.
Nope.
And he'll just toss it right away, and then I'll come up with something even better.
Yeah, but musicians are always hard on themselves.
Yeah, he's
You know?
Yeah.
perfectionist.
I'm
We're all
Perfectionist?
pretty much
I
perfectionists.
was trying to
right
write another song a while ago, and I couldn't think of anything for about a week. And by the end of the week, I was like gonna rip my hair out because I was freaking out, like I couldn't write anymore.
Something.
And then I actually just wrote a song today
Writer's block.
for us. Yeah, it's writer's block.
Everyone's
Horrible.
favorite thing.
Yeah, it's a
Every
horrible
single
thing.
musician's, artist's favorite thing. Writer's block, great.
From what I've seen of your live performances at various venues in the area, with the exception of some effect pedal work, you really don't use too much technology that is taking the music industry by storm these days. Is that because you prefer the organic sound on amps and live percussion, a tribute to the 80s, or any other reasons
Okay,
that
well,
I
the
didn't
reason
say?
we don't use too much technology is because it's not real and it doesn't show your real talent if it sounds good and you're not using all this crap to make it sound good.
Yeah.
No offense to any other bands that actually use
Yeah,
those
no,
things.
it's just we
Techno,
like to.
There's plenty of.
If we hear
Yeah.
something good
bands.
in a video that we made, we know it's us doing it, not some technology stuff.
Exactly.
I don't want to rely on technology.
You want it to be genuine, you know,
Which is
and
back to
authentic.
the idea where we're trying to go back to the 80s. They didn't have none of that stuff. when
Well, they
was
had
going
technology, they just didn't do it.
Not
How
all.
today
They didn't use it.
they do it.
I mean,
Yeah.
Def Leppard, I mean, they used a lot of effects.
Well, some people, you know, they
But
survive
they're
off
still
of it.
good. Like,
Some bands survive off of that these days, you know, and without it, they're not, you know, they
good.
wouldn't be.
That's why we like to be either good or bad.
We
Yeah.
like to show that we can, you know, be really versatile.
All or
We
nothing.
can use
Yes.
exactly all or nothing.
That's a good philosophy. You've already kind of established how you currently feel about mainstream music these days. Is there anything that you would like to say about it in
I
addition
listen
to what's been
some of it,
said?
you know, I listen to some of it. Some of it will influence me, but I don't like the most of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not for me.
And you guys all agree
I
with that as well?
actually listen to a couple modern bands, you know, but that's pretty much it. Not many. I
There's
pretty
a
much
couple
stick
of
with
good
the 80s.
songs out there, like some Three
Yeah.
Doors Down songs. I like
Anything
some
from
of their
the
songs.
90s I like.
There's some stuff I don't like that
Even
heavy
Avenged
stuff.
Sevenfold.
Yeah.
Avenged Sevenfold,
Because
I
it's
think they're
it's
pretty
just a
likes
lot of the
them.
same.
He likes
Which is where the technology thing comes in. It sounds good.
I love the
That-
90s.
90s will never be
I'd
created
say,
again,
no,
unfortunately.
70s and
Unfortunately.
80s for me.
Yeah, 70s and 80s? What about you, Dalton?
80s.
80s?
Strictly 80s.
Eh,
Strictly
80s, some modern.
Gotcha.
Avenged Sevenfold.
I'd say it's 90% 80s though.
90%
Better.
90% 80s.
Is there a reason that you tend to gravitate towards the heavy rock genre of the 80s?
Because that's when the music was really, really good. And
People like it.
And people just didn't, you know, it faded away.
Yeah, it did.
Years went by, and people started forgetting the 80s. And
Well, actually, the 90s kind of killed the 80s people. And I don't believe that. I believe that it just got
when we started this
things
band,
need to change.
when we started this band, I was needed it was a laugh. Years gone by.
You're singing a song now.
Yeah.
Are you guys, any of you currently working or just going to school?
I work. I don't go to school. I'm 21 years old.
I go to school, yes. I'm not going to get a job. That's just going to take away from my music time.
Exactly.
That is my job. I get paid to do it. I mean, it doesn't matter if I get paid or not, but that is a job.
That's true.
That's my job. That's my career, so I'm going to have to focus on that.
And you as well, Anthony?
And I think he's agreed with me too.
And you as well, Dalton?
Well, like I said, I'm 21. I need the
Panera Bread?
He's married, so yeah, he needs some money. Because he made a poor decision.
Oh,
What's my poor decision?
Or Punta Gorda, Florida today endorses marriage. Are any of you currently involved in any activities outside of the music scene?
No, I'm not.
Maybe the music scene.
Just,
give me a few minutes on that one. Can't think
I
of
gotta
it.
call my lawyer.
we'll come back to you.
Go
You let
up,
me
go
know.
up, get the mail, come back
Yeah.
inside. That's it. Now those are my.
I'll catch it at
outside.
the next show that you guys perform at. You can let me know what transpired. Besides you being members of the band, I understand that your parents are very involved in your success so far as a band. Would you mind telling us what roles they play with the band?
His dad's the manager. That's
Your dad's the manager?
Yeah, my dad is the manager of the band. He kind of, him and Sean, no,
Sean Bryan.
Sean
My
Bryan.
Brian.
cousin, you know, it's like my
them
dad.
two, they help us get gigs. And
They handle the business side of it,
Yes.
and you guys are the talent.
yes.
That's good, so you can only focus on,
Music.
that's what you need to focus on that part, because that takes away. It's very time consuming, and there's lots of variables that come up with that.
Yeah, and yes.
My dad doesn't contribute to the band, but he helps bring my
Helps.
transport stuff.
That's
and
good.
set
He's
it
like
up.
You guys have you have your own van too, right?
Yeah,
That's right.
The Tayzer van.
It's a nice van too.
Facebook.
It's on Facebook.
And we also have a Facebook page, Tayzer. That's our band page.
Maybe you should
It
like
goes
it.
without saying. You should like it too. And come to our shows, follow us. You can follow us anytime you look at that page. Thank you very much.
I'm outie.
I'm outie.
2 more questions. What are your plans for the next couple of months? Any songwriting, shows you're excited about? Any other additional projects you're working on?
Yeah. Well, right now we're starting to move into originals more because we've done a lot of covers lately.
Came, saw, and
Main
conquered
idea what
that.
the cover is.
The what?
Why we did so many covers before originals.
Oh well, people they like those songs already, and it's the famous, to get us noticed or whatever.
Well, a lot of people like to go out and listen to that too.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that's why they.
It
That's
also
why we're
it
gonna-
gets your name out there too, so it's like the perfect pre-press before you want to do what you really want to do. So it's,
That's pretty much our, base right there. That's where we're going to start. We're going to stick with that, of course, and
Yeah.
do originals as well.
gradually slide in originals.
Yeah, we're probably gonna get a couple more
Slow ride.
covers down, and then we're gonna work on a lot of originals. Make a CD, hopefully. Oh no, we are gonna make a CD. We're gonna make a CD.
Nothing hopefully about that.
Yeah.
Going to happen.
No, it's going to happen.
What about merch? You guys have merch yet?
Merch, we got
You do have
CDs,
plan, and you
we
show
got
you.
shirts.
I'm sorry, I'm interrupting.
At
You.
every show, we actually, there's a special thing that we do. We actually throw out, each and every one of us, we throw out about 3 or 4 shirts. And
Give them away.
you have to come to get those free shirts. And if you're,
And tackle people for them.
yeah, you have to tackle people for them. And if you, are one of the unlucky people who got tackled and got the shirt taken, then you can just go ahead and buy our CD.
Yeah.
Well, not the CD, you get a shirt, and then you get a free CD.
Excellent. And what can you tell us about plans for the next couple of months outside of that for touring venues around here? I know you guys were just in Orlando, right? Or
Yeah.
Lakeland, was it?
Kissimmee.
Kissimmee, that's right.
Alligator Alley. We played with 10,000 views.
Recently, in America, we just tried out for America's Got Talent. We're going to see how that goes. That's great. I can't wait.
Do you know when you'll hear back from them?
January.
January?
Yeah, around January.
Awesome.
January.
Where do you see the band in 3 years after graduating high school?
I'm gonna hope we're on tour.
On tour? That's the end
No,
goal?
no hopes.
No hopes.
We
are
will be
going
on
to,
tour.
no matter what.
That's
Just
what
work
we-
out all of our flaws, and then we'll be on tour.
Awesome.
That's what we're doing right now. Just hope get ready.
Tour.
Tour, it's decided then. And what about sponsorship right now? You guys have a couple
Where's the
sponsorships,
list?
don't you?
Where's the list?
It's getting long now, isn't it?
Okay, there's the lick lighter amplification, which is my amp right over there with the penguin sitting on top of it.
That's my doing. Sorry.
Anyways, lick lighter amplification, you should look them up. They're really good. Amps, best. Scream guitars. I don't have one right now.
That's on it's being made right
Yeah,
now,
it's
right?
being made. I think they'll be
It's
good.
a nice
Sexy
guitar. Your
guitar.
dad was showing me that.
Yeah. And then
Death Grip Clothing,
Death Grip
right?
Clothing. Yep.
That's a new.
Black
That's
Diamonds.
new.
And then
They're gonna be hooking us up soon. And there's also. Do we still have Music for Life?
I have no idea. I think.
What else?
Stands
The strings, Black Diamonds.
Black Diamond
new
Strings?
Black Diamond Strings just sponsored me recently.
Awesome.
So.
Are your parents playing music as well at all?
My dad kind of plays guitar a little bit.
Guitar a little bit?
My
Sometimes.
dad plays guitar.
Sometimes my parents like to, turn on the radio sometimes and listen to other stuff that I don't really like. Yeah, it plays some music.
What about you, man? Your parents play?
My dad's not around anymore. My mom,
Sorry to hear that, man.
She doesn't really play music at all.
That's depressing.
But my cousin Sean, like I said, he's like my dad.
Plug that
He
in.
plays keyboard.
Really? Very cool. So you carry the torch now for
I carry
music.
the torch.
Awesome.
It's not really a torch.
Is there
Nice
anything?
torch.
Is there anything else that you guys would like to say?
Dave Mustaine for president.
Dave Mustaine, nice,
Rock and roll forever.
awesome. Thank you
Rock
guys
and
very much.
roll!
Appreciate you guys doing the interview.
And it's not noise
problem, man.
pollution.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
What can you tell us about your plans for the next couple of months? more songwriting, shows you're excited about doing, and sponsorship opportunities coming up, or already established?
Well, right now we're working on a few more originals to work on our CD.
Mhm.
Have one coming out a few months. I don't know. It'll be a while probably.
Whenever you feel that you're ready to put out a CD.
Yeah. Once we get like
Yeah,
six,
like 6 or 7 songs.
then we can actually sell our CDs and not get stopped for copyright. I love you too, David.